Alright, so here's your bonus lesson, and I just realized that you can't really see this well. We already kind of talked about this. Concilium tuum mihi opus est. Opus est is very similar to neces est. It is necessary. Oops. Right? And tranquillus esto et patientiam ave, and non facileret me captare. Right? Ah, my picture's in the way. Well, we know that that means, or that's concilium tuum, right? And this is how I sort of make it easy for my students to visualize what's going on. So concilium tuum is neuter, so it's neuter singular. It could be either accusative or nominative depending on how it's used in a sentence, right? So here we kind of twist it around. It means your plan or your advice, your counsel for me, mihi, this dative of possession, is necessary. Opus kind of means work or some other, things when you look it up. But when you use it in this sense with mihi, it's meant to be thought of like neces est. It's necessary. Your plan is necessary for me. The best way to say that is, I need your plan. I need your advice. I need your help, right? And tranquillus esto, be calm. Et patientiam ave, have patience. Non facileret me captare. It won't be easy to capture me. There we go. You see that dative of possession, predicate nominative with opus here, up here. This is your imperative, your future imperative, be. Right? Be calm. Conjunction et, and have your direct object, patience. And tranquillus with esto is in the predicate nominative. You're saying you be calm. You equals calm on the other side of est. You can do that with ave, but we didn't here. And your adverb non, your adverb facile, not easy. Erit, your verb, it will be not easy. Captare, to capture. Me, me. Okay, and here are your, it won't be easy to capture me, or to capture me will not be easy, because you can use captare as subjective infinitive, but we just keep it simple and say it won't be easy to capture me, use it as an infinitive. So now let's try something different. Let's see if this will work for you. Let's see if this will play.
Thetis Peleus capta, illa forma mutavit, sed Peleus eam tenuit.
Okay, because I intend to give this to you, right? So we have Thetis Peleus captest, illa forma mutavit, sed Peleus eam tenuit. And I would have my students, this is the flash lesson for teachers portion, I would have my students first of all shout out whatever word's recognizable to you. What do you see that looks easy? And most of the time they're going to say, well, Thetis. They'll probably say Peleus est. I know they're going to say est. Some of them might say illa, and some of them might say sed and eam. But you're going to get Thetis, you're going to get est, and you're going to get Peleus. The next step is to have them provide you with a rough translation. Okay, so what do you think this means? Right? Thetis is a captive of Peleus, something like that. She, her form, she changes, but Peleus something, we're going to get a rough translation, okay? So that's cool. We're going to work with that. Now we're going to ask them which words look really complicated to you. What ones look like something you can't say? And they're going to shout out kapta. They're going to say, well, we kind of have an idea of what it means, but you're going to get mutawit probably and tenuit. Okay, and that's good. So we will go through and talk about what these are. Thetis is our subject, and kaptest, right, is going to be our verb. Now, at this stage, they're not going to really have a firm grasp of the perfect passive system yet, but that's okay. We'll just say that you know what capto, captare, captavi, captatus is, right? I capture, to capture. So here's the fourth principal part, and I will show that to them, plus a form of sum. Just keep it in your mind that this is the perfect passive. This is something that happened to the subject in the perfect tense, which means it was completed in the past. So Thetis was captured. And then we'll talk about apelio being, yes, the object of the preposition ab, but also an ablative, of agent, the one doing the action of the verb in this one. If we switch this around to an active sentence, it would be Peleus captured Thetis, right? So Peleus captavit Thetam, or we would, change Thetam captavit. So we would do that little exercise. And illa forma mutavit, we would talk about what that mutavit means. Oh, here I already broke that down. And if you think about the word mutate, or a mutant, right? Okay, they're going to say mutate, changing. They'll come around to the idea that this means to change. And of course, I will drag out the parsing of it and get down to the fact that it is a third singular perfect indicative active verb, with the subject being illa, being used as she, the demonstrative. And we've talked about this before. So she changed form or shape, right? Formum can be shape or form. Okay. But said, they're going to know that Peleus is the subject of this one, but Peleus did something to Eam. They're going to be able to pull that out. And I will go ahead and say, well, you know how illa is being used as she, the subject here, then Eam is the personal pronoun. Is this a boy or a girl? And they're going to know that it's a feminine because of the am ending. So, okay, so what does it mean? She or her, they'll come out with that, right? So Peleus tenuit, there's no real good equivalent to this in English that they're going to remember. So we just have them look it up. And then they have to add that to their vocabulary list. So Peleus held on to her. Okay, we come up with that. And we work through the grammar concepts and have several who would like to read it in Latin, and we translate it a few times without going through it, and they get the notion of it. Then I have, here I just showed them the blank page and have them translate it after reading it a few times. Then they will make their own notes in their vocabulary list for anything that's still confusing to them, and then I'll just keep having them read the Latin. I'll go around the room, everybody gets to read the Latin, we'll read it all together. And the more that they do that, the more they start to understand what it says without actually translating it back in their heads. I hope that this is a nice little lesson for you. I will go ahead and leave a link for this so that you can download this for yourself. Check out my website as well. That will be linked below. There will be a bundle, a lesson bundle based on just this portion of the Peleus and Thetis story. The price has been reduced. Also, if you are a teacher and you can send to me an email, which you can do on my website, and that has your official school email address attached to it, or like mine is Magistra Aurelia at Dominion ... or I don't want to give out all my information, but then I will give you a 10% discount on top of the already discounted price for that bundle. And in that bundle, let me pull up a list of it. Okay, so in the bundle, you're going to receive quite a bit of things. You'll get a short 2-scene play in Latin for beginner students to read. It's going to come with an introduction to the myth, so you can go over that if you don't want to use my video, that's great. You'll have a vocabulary sheet from the story, as well as an English translation of the little play. You're going to have a context quiz with an answer key and some vocabulary quiz and some group discussion questions. You'll have an extra grammar lesson about perfect active verbs and an extra grammar lesson that goes over present indicative verbs, as well as a grammar quiz with an answer key. I'm also going to give you an audio file of myself going through the play that I've written, so you can hear how the restored classical pronunciation would sound. And all of these you're going to receive in both a PDF and a Word document, so you can do what you want with it. The only thing I ask is that you don't resell it. You could print it, use it for all your classes, whatever, just please don't resell it. Just send a link back to me is all I ask. If that's something you'd be interested in, please feel free to check it out. And if you have any questions, send me an email. The email is posted on my website. Remember to sign up for my newsletter, the list. Sign up for the list. Alright, gracias, Tiago, et vale, amica.